Dude, sometimes I wonder if I'm the only person who remembers Kyle Marissa. Yeah, I do. And Ava Evans. Mossad took Kyle Marissa and Ava Evans out in the same week. The same week? I bet they didn't want to play ball anymore. And then TikTok helped cover up with the FBI. They just covered it all up, and then TMZ posted a couple articles that alluded to maybe she did it to herself, but for some reason there was a whole bunch of redacted stuff in the police report. I don't really know what you would have to redact from went into or had to break into someone's apartment, went in, they were dead, and then describe how they were dead. Well, what would need to be redacted, you know? You know what would need to be redacted is writing like, police arrived, door was left ajar, oddly. Police entered, house was completely ransacked, blood all over the walls. Computer stolen, phone stolen. What else? Stuff like that. Like that kind of stuff I think would need to be redacted. But I feel like saying how someone was found, if it was like legit, what would need to be redacted, you know? But we all know that it was Mossad, the CIA, and the FBI who were the bosses of those people, I'm assuming. Or maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know that who they were working for. I have no idea exactly how this works because none of these cowards will frickin' tell me yet. If any of you cowards are sick of playing this game, you can just let me know, and then me, Dante, and Nicole will talk to you on Hello Alphabet agencies. We'll do it anytime you want. But so far, they're all still cowards. So I don't know exactly how it works. But yeah, dude. Yep. And any of those, Harry, you should try and quit. See what happens. Oh, man. Yeah. And there's nothing you can do. Call the FBI and be like, hey, FBI, can you look into this murder? They're the ones who did it. Call the police. Oh, wait, they work for the FBI. You can't call anyone. You can't do anything. Oh, call the media. Call the media and have them do a story about her. Oh, wait, they all work for the same people, the Rothschilds. So, yeah, what do you do then? Nothing. And then you can't even really talk about it here because they just limit your views to under 1,000 no matter what. Any video that's starting to take off, they hit tobacco and drug use, misinformation, so that it stops going up and then the video never catches again. It's awesome, yeah. But then all these Mossad agents who, you know, like, what's her face, Taylor Lorenz, the Mossad agent, Libs of TikTok. I mean, literally every single person you see here except for me. Oh my god. But it doesn't matter, dude, because everyone is catching on to it. This place is ugly. All these places are ugly. Everyone can see that none of these people that they are putting in front of us are real humans. Not a single one of them. I don't even think they know who they are, you know? I think most of them have probably gone through the MK Ultra program. Like, Taylor Lorenz, I'm almost positive, has gone through the, like, secret weapons thing. There's a book here, hold on. Secret Weapons, Two Sisters' Terrifying True Story of Sex, Spies, and Sabotage. But basically, I think that if you've ever heard of, like, Lebensborn or whatever, I think that's kind of what this is, but it's mixed in with MK Ultra, it's mixed in with, it's like, truly, I think it's a lot of these, like, either Nancy or Rich, like, P-word families, they, like, give their kids to this, and it is, like, the most traumatizing thing I've ever heard. It's horrifying. You know, it was all run by Nancy doctors, and all they're obsessed with is slaves. All these people, they just want slaves. They want you to be their sex slave. They want you to be, you know, their worker slave. They just want slaves. That's all they talk about. That's all they think about. That's it. That's it, truly. So they want slaves. They want all of us to be docile little pigs that they say, do this, and we do. And so they tried to figure out how to mind control or brainwash people, and they did it for many, many years with drugs on adult people, and, you know, lobotomies and electromagnetic shocks and repeating phrases to them millions of times and all this shit. And you know what they figured out? The younger person that they get and the more horrific violence and sexual violence and mental anguish and terror that they do to them, the more they're able to control that person. So you can't do it to people who have already grown up, you know, and know that there is another option besides a horrific, tormented life, you know? Because once you know that that's possible, you either give up eventually or take yourself out, or you never stop fighting, and they want you to stop fighting, right? So they literally take children, babies. They started doing it with babies. This is all through the like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s till today. They're doing it now. I know they are. They said that they stopped. They did not. When they claim that they stopped MK Ultra, that shit that shit just went global. That's when they stopped experimenting secretly. That's when they gave over all the packets to the media and said, here's how you're going to control everyone. And they gave it over to the schools and everything. It's literally right now how you can watch TV and not a single person ever takes the workers' side on anything. They don't show, you know, they're not fair to Palestinians ever. They, you know, it's all of that. It's just never show the other side, never admit anything, and just repetition. The repetition is the key. And, oh wait, I forgot. And trauma. You have to traumatize people to scare them. They have to be terrified. So things like 9/11 are pretty traumatizing. So it's pretty lucky for our government that Osama bin Laden decided to take 2 remote controlled planes and fill them with explosives, thermite, and throw them into the World Trade Center. Because our government, if he didn't do that, our government was like planning something. They were like, oh, if we don't have a big attack soon, we're going to have to plan one because every 2 years we got to scare these people a whole lot. Otherwise, they're not going to let us keep going to war forever, you know? But luckily for them, Osama bin Laden came in and dude, like something always happens, right? Dude. Oh, like, dude, the FBI, I heard another freaking barge ran into a bridge. Did you hear that? It didn't do anything because the FBI, again, sucks at their job, and their job is to do domestic terror. But, so anyway, guys, it looks like they're just going to keep going ahead with this crashing boats into bridges thing, right? So avoid bridges, or at least look around and make sure there's not a freaking barge cruising at it before you get onto it. But it looks like that's the game. They're just going to keep doing it. I mean, they've already done 3. They've done 3 and only 1 worked. Dude, they'll do 4. They'll do 5. They don't give a shit. What are you talking about? What are you going to do? We all know the FBI is throwing barges at bridges. What are you going to do? Nothing. You're going to go to work like a good little sloppy pig. Great. That's what they wanted. Mission accomplished. Hooray! MK Ultron worked. See what I mean? We have to stop. We just have to stop participating in their stuff. We have to stop listening to them. We have to stop going to work. We have to stop paying for our rent. We all need to just stop. If we all literally stayed home for 1 month and didn't pick up the call when the government called and didn't talk to these people, it would be over. It would be our world. That's all it takes. Don't listen to them. Don't talk to them. Ignore them. They're all narcissists. Our government is a narcissist. You have to ignore narcissists. Dude, if we all just stayed home for 2 months and we all just talked to each other and like on the phone and hung out and whatever, and we completely cut them out, they would perish. Let's do it. I want to do that.